I'm just doing my daily walk to work, and I want to talk a little bit about perception a little bit because some of y'all may know I have a book coming out in the next week or two, and that's what it's all about. It's all about change and transformation using the art of perception. Now, I'm sure most of y'all are familiar with what perception is, but I want to go ahead and talk a little bit more about it because I don't think people know the depth and seriousness of how perception really rules the world. So, perception is actually, it's a combination of things. It's like it's your current knowledge, whatever the level of knowledge you have. It's your life experiences. It's what you focus on every day primarily, and it's the environment. It's all of that stuff. So what happens is perception is what controls your behavior. So when you say I can't change something, typically it's because of your perception. You know what I mean? Because perception is reality. Because what you perceive about everything around you is what you act on. And perception controls all your behaviors, and once you get into routines and habits, that's where perception comes in. So whatever you do every day on a daily basis, that's going to be part of your perception. And so my book that's coming out is all about perception and how if you really want to change your behavior, you got to start by changing your perception. So a lot of people say, well, I got a habit of doing this and a habit of doing that. What's up, Dom? Thank you for checking me out. And they say I got a habit of doing this and a habit of doing that, and I can't seem to stop it. You ain't going to be able to, because it's almost like an oxymoron to try and force a bad behavior out. What you have to do is, instead of trying to find a physical technique to force it out, you have to change your psychology. You have to change your perception. Change the way you look at things. Change the way you think about things. Change the way you view things. You know what I mean? Change the way you hear things. So that's the part that most people don't understand. The real key to transformation is to change your perception. And when you think about everything that you see on a daily basis, it all contributes. The people you deal with on a daily basis, they contribute to your perception. The places you go, your whole environment, whether it's at home, whether it's at a job, or whether it's at school, all of that. It's all mixed into your perception, and because of that, that's what causes us to get into these patterns and habits of doing the same shit every day. The same thing over and over again, and wondering why we got the same results. So if you want different results in your life, you got to change your perception. You got to change your behavior. But like I said, if you want to change that behavior, you got to change what's going on up here. So if you really want to learn more about perception and how it affects your behavior, I really encourage you to go and check out the book that's coming out. It's going to be called, I forgot the title that damn quick. It's called, I've been working on this book for a year, and I don't know why I cannot remember my own title. Well, we'll come back to that. But anyway, it's all about perception, and that's what I realized was the main reason why I couldn't make changes in my life was because of the way I thought, the way I saw things, the way I heard things, everything. You know what I mean? It's all about like the glass half full versus the glass half empty. You see what I'm saying? It's the same glass, but the way you describe it, the way you perceive it, is what makes the difference. You know what I mean? And thank you for sharing, Dominique. I appreciate that. But it's that concept of how you look at things and how you decide to describe things. Because one thing I've learned, every situation is going to have a good and a bad, but it's really up to you. It's really up to you to decide what you're going to focus on. You know what I mean? So it's almost like that yin and yang symbol. You know what I mean? If you look at that and you say, well, the white side is the bad side and the black side is the good side, just using it as an example, not really, I'm just saying. But if you say the white side is the bad side and the black side is the good side, and you say, all I'm seeing is this white stuff, the bad part, I don't never see nothing good, that's because that's usually where your attention is. The black side, the good side is always there, but you have to shift your focus and say, I'm not just going to look at the negative part of it. I'm going to look at everything. So, like I said, the true way to change your behavior is to change your perception. And I noticed that, the more I did that, the more easier it was for me to actually change the things that I needed to change. So I'm definitely grateful that I stumbled on it, because a lot of people try to help you change your behavior, and they try to help you physically kind of force it out. And a lot of times it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Looks like the old Toys R Us building is pretty much gone now. Ain't a car over there in the parking lot. I don't know, I guess they might have officially closed by now, I guess. But anyway, I'm not gonna hold you guys. But I just want to encourage you that if you really want to change something about yourself, whatever that may be, and of course, I'm still a work in progress. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I know what works and what has worked so far for me. And that's been changing the way I think, changing the way I talk, changing the way I look at things, all of that. Changing my environment little by little, whatever I can do. And the book that I'm coming out with, the actual title of it is called Subject to Change. Transformation Using the Power of Perception. So that's what it's called, Subject to Change. Transformation Using the Power of Perception. And so I really want y'all to support that book, because I really give some good examples of how to change your psychology and all of that. And, I found some good evidence of why it works. I give a lot of good examples in my life of what's happened to me and how it's helped me. So I really want y'all to take a look at that. Invest in that, because it's going to help you become a better version of you. So, again, look for that book very soon. If you follow my page, Wordplay Publishing, on Facebook, Wordplay Publishing, WERDPLEY Publishing, you'll get the first-hand updates about when it's coming out and a lot of other content, and you'll get a little motivation on that page as well. So definitely keep your ear open for that, and I appreciate all the love. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. On my way to work, gotta get the grind going, and we're gonna see y'all soon. Peace.